Yo, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Blissolic video. So, it looks like the Dream drama continues, and it's getting completely out of hand, to the point other YouTubers are now trash talking him publicly. I'll be showing some of the things that individuals have been saying about him at the end of this video, and you'll be shocked to see the messages. But before I get into this, I'd like to quickly say, if you're new to the channel, drop a sub. We're trying to hit 8k before the end of the year. Alright, so, for those of you that aren't up to date, I recommend watching my last video. It's on screen currently. But to summarize, for the past week, Twitter has been going at Dream for this out of context clip that has circulated pretty much everywhere.
First of all, I didn't know she was a minor because she had something about her graduating high school in her bio on Instagram. And on top of that, it doesn't matter that she was a minor. Like, Snapchat's a messaging platform.
The context behind the clip was Dream streaming and discussing a situation with a girl known as Anastasia. Anastasia came out last year on Twitter with screenshots of how Dream, also known as Clay, was talking to her on Snapchat and arguably flirting with her, despite Dream being 23 and her being 17. Dream then went on a Twitter rant, essentially saying how everything Anastasia was saying was completely false, and they were just having general conversation. However, after several days of being pressured on Twitter, Dream has finally chosen to speak out about the situation, and here's what he had to say. I've been harassed for almost a year due to a false accusation right after my face reveal. This person publicly said that they'd be pressing charges and posting proof, but it could take days, and then went silent for a year and never did either while I waited and waited. Someone that less than a week before the accusation was liking and replying to my tweets positively, deleted DMs, and called people doubting her jealous that I didn't want them instead. Admitted they considered lying about their age to try and DM me weeks before they turned 18. This one false accusation turned into Dream talk to kids. There's tons of accusations. Dream never denied it. Dream was exposed fiddling kids, and so much worse. I talked on stream about how I'm going to make a detailed video with logs, screenshots, and evidence, and gave some bullet points, and it got completely clipped out of context and spread somehow as the lie that I admitted everything. Then the moving of the goalpost started to, he may not have anyone, but grooming is just messaging someone underage, and he admitted she DM'd him. And then digging into my life or my relationship history. The amount of people spreading the intentional lie that I admitted to grooming someone is so sad. Hundreds of tweets spreading that complete lie for likes. It's so harmful to real victims. I did not groom anyone, and I've never said otherwise. I can't even defend myself directly without getting collectively booed for sending harassment to an innocent small account. This is real life stuff. Dislike me all you want. Think I'm a terrible person. Think I'm cringe. Even say you think I'm a pedo. Whatever. But if I'm so terrible, why do you have to misquote me, lie, exaggerate, and slander? If I'm all these things that you say I am, why is it so hard to be truthful? Damn, that was a lot. But the drama doesn't even stop here, and there's actually one tweet in specific about this situation that I want to address. A fellow content creator that goes by the name Salty DK Dan wrote the following: even if Dream is innocent, he's making an ass out of himself with the way he's responding to literally everything, and that's coming from me, who constantly makes an ass of myself. It doesn't help his case, and honestly makes him seem way more guilty / a massive asshole. Alright, I'm going to be straight up honest. This has to be one of the stupidest things I've ever read on Twitter. To call someone an asshole and say they seem more guilty because they're literally trying to defend themselves of false pedophile allegations is absurd and completely delusional. I'd expect someone of his channel size to not be using his influence to go head to head with Dream like this, but regardless, he went ahead and said that. I did actually make a reply tweet to this, which will be the first link in the description, in which I pretty much called this guy extremely stupid. I personally, if in Dream's situation, would do everything I possibly could, just like Dream, to defend myself. So I see no issue with what Dream is doing. I really think that the stress is getting to Dream, and honestly, rightfully so. Honestly, at this point, he should just take a break from Twitter. I've looked into the situation with the girl, Anastasia, a lot more, and it does look like the conversations that were brought forward were completely harmless and platonic. At least that's how it seems from my perspective. Dream did have this girl on Snapchat, but you're able to see that the conversations are very short, and there is no actual evidence of Dream flirting with the girl or saying anything out of the ordinary. As I mentioned before, looking into this, I do genuinely believe that Dream is in the right, because the girl time and time again, as Dream said, failed to take any form of legal action, and additionally did not provide any proper evidence to Dream arguably flirting with her when she was underage. So it could just be one big lie for the sake of popularity, because that seems to be happening in the Minecraft space a lot recently. I'm not completely clearing Dream's name, but I'd say judging how the situation looks currently, it's fairly safe to say I think that the accusation allegations are false, at least until further evidence is given. I also do genuinely think that Dream receives such a large amount of hate simply due to the fact that he is so popular. He's constantly got people tweeting at him, hating on him, looking at every little thing he does and criticizing him on it. I think people on Twitter really need to take a look at themselves and stop going after him when there's no real evidence, because it's becoming a bit of a joke at the moment, and it really does undermine people who may want to come out that are real victims to grooming and other situations. Anyway, ladies and gents, that's all from me. If you found this video helpful and or informative, please do drop a sub on the channel, as we're really trying to hit 8K before the end of the year. It's greatly appreciated. Have an awesome day, stay safe everyone, and peace out.